Hey, it's Asania, baby.
Hey, it's Deshaun, baby.
And it's a light bulb moment.
Hell yeah. It's a motivational podcast.
Show is.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
It is.
Mm-hmm. Y'all check it out. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Lite-Bulb Moment podcast, and I am Deshaun Neuron. My arm hurts. Like, it hurts.
What you do?
I need a new mattress. I'll be going to the chiropractor.
You land out. You say you need to, or you do go to the chiropractor?
I do.
How often?
I'm going probably tomorrow.
You go like.
The last couple of weeks, I've been going once a week.
I miss my fucking. I haven't had the money for my acupuncture appointments for the past.
Oh, I'm gonna start doing that too.
I need to start going back. Like,
is it worth it?
Yeah, for me, I feel like. And I'm Asania. Before we get off subject, Taylor.
Yeah, and this is the Lite-Bulb Moment podcast, and we were talking about self-care, which is so important, but
We were talking about self-care, which is very, very important.
we want to talk about giving.
We're going to talk about giving today. Before we talk about giving, we we got to tell them about what's going on in the cosmos.
Yeah.
And what's happening in the cosmos. You want to tell them, or you want me to do it?
I mean, okay, so Jupiter's in Capricorn, and that is an indication of reflections and growth, boundaries, and interconnected energy. You know, you should know the difference between the boundaries that protect you and the ones that hold you back. Oh, that's something I actually battle with sometimes in my life. Loyalty versus change. Fun fact, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, Venus are all aligned in Capricorn. So,
That means you'll be moving straight line on the constellations. I mean, there's a straight line on the constellations.
Yeah, so.
Which leads to inner transformation and inner alignment.
So pay attention to all of that, you know what I'm saying?
Pay attention to all that.
For sure.
You should always pay attention to the cosmos. I'm surprised something is not in retrograde right now.
Retrograde was really, really popular in 2019. Wasn't it? That was a really popular 2019 thing. Everybody was talking about retrograde this, retrograde
We've
that.
been talking about retrograde since before 2019, though.
Not in my world. I was seeing retrograde everywhere in 2019. It was like always a retrograde. I was like, damn, is this like a retrograde year? Like, what is going on?
It's always a retrograde. We're becoming more woke.
Yeah, that's
more
what
aware
everybody
they're making more of a part. And you know what? Maybe because your world now includes more of the spiritual world and the cosmos and everything, you're becoming more aware of it.
Oh, okay.
Where before it was happening, you was like, oh, child.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I was like, before I didn't care. But it's like it kept popping up in my face this year. Like, from the people I follow to the people I talk to, not just, like, people who I've always talked to started telling me about retrograde. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like a constant theme. Maybe it was something I should have been paying attention to. Maybe that was the universe telling me to pay attention to the retrograde.
See? It was telling us to be more focused. Because, it's crazy until we started really discussing that stuff. I didn't pay attention to how the different things affect your mood and how they affect how you operate. So I guess if you pay attention to it a lot more often and you keep it in your awareness, you actually know, you pay attention to how you should operate in certain spaces at certain times. You see what I'm saying? Like, what you should be focused on over a certain period of time. So, like, for someone's in retrograde for 3 months, your intent is to do whatever that retrograde benefits you on.
Right. You should definitely. I think you should always pay attention to stuff.
Give me that stank ass face.
Shut up.
But not everybody's, we ain't always paying attention to that.
Right. I'm always, and that's the thing, I'm always open to more information about what to pay attention to as far as the cosmos and stuff like that. Always open. But, yeah. But anyway, we digress. We are talking about the art of giving.
And taking. I really wanted to do this, especially since it was around the holidays. We just finished with Thanksgiving and we're headed into Christmas. And just looking at how we give, what's the reasons behind, you know what I'm saying? What motivates you to give? And are you doing it because it's the sincere thing to do, or you just doing it because right now it's the mood, it's the trend. You're being, subliminally, you're being told to save and give. I mean, purchase, give, buy, give, purchase. So that kind of stood out to me. Plus, I just been around. I mean, I've been paying attention to a lot of different things. I've been real open to like the whole homeless situation, especially in Atlanta. I didn't really pay attention to homelessness until I got to Atlanta. Like it probably was serious in New Orleans beforehand, but everything looked poor and poverty stricken, so I didn't pay attention to people. But like being out here, like it's just in your face. Especially if you do stuff like ride the train or you go downtown or midtown, it's real prevalent up in those areas, big time. So, being able to give to them, or you see a guy, it's a lot of people, train stations, gas stations, trying to get money. And sometimes you want to give them to them. How do you pick and choose who you want to give to?
I can only give so much. I mean, that's just the truth. I can only give what I have.
So
I don't get asked for stuff often because I'm in my car.
But when you walking in, like, or you gonna walk into the inside, you pay at the pump?
I mean, I still don't get, I don't run into a lot of panhandlers.
What about the people at the light with the signs?
I usually give them some change.
You give them actual change? Like, not paper, but change? Do you ever give them paper?
Sometimes.
What's the most amount of money you ever gave a homeless person that you saw on the street?
I don't know. I don't really keep count of it. Yeah, I don't. But I always try to give something if I'm at the light, and that's why I can always give something, because I don't get asked often. It's not like I'm getting asked 5 times a day for stuff. Like today I ain't got asked at all because I stayed in my area. I didn't even leave. I went from my house to Will House to get something to eat, you know what I'm saying? So usually I get asked when I'm driving into town, going to Pont City Market where I work at, and I'm at the light to turn onto Boulevard, getting off of the downtown connector, the Freedom Parkway, that little interchange.
Are you visualizing the different places? I can see it in your eyes. You running them back through your eyes.
That's where I always see a homeless person in that, and I just, I give what I can.
But no, the main points that I want to get across again are, are you giving for yourself or are you giving for them, because they really need it? Because some people like to give because it makes them feel better. It's really not about the other person, because it's actually one of the love languages.
Right, acts of what's that?
Acts of kindness.
Acts of kindness. I give because I feel like I give for a couple of different reasons. So I feel like with money is energy, and you should always keep it going. So you should always be putting money out in the air. I'm not saying you should empty your bank account.
Right.
But I think with money, you should always be keeping money and just energy in general. You should always just be pushing stuff out, and it'll help bring things in. But I also give because I feel I don't know. I feel like it's not my role to judge what that person gonna do with their money. I don't know.
So do you ever give because that person, for them, because that's what they need, that's what they want, or that's their love language, or you know what I'm saying?
When it comes to panhandlers, or just period?
No, period.
I'm a giving person for the most part. The thing about me is, it's if I got it, you got it. But I don't do a lot of gifts. I'm not a gifter.
So you're the kind of person that gives based upon necessity, and if it feels if it's right for the situation versus I'm gonna just go out and buy you some shit just to give it to you.
I'm not a gifter, no. Yeah, because I'm just not a gifter. I've never been a gifter like that. I don't like to shop.
I'm not a gifter because my philosophy used to be, I don't have to buy you shit. So I don't want to feel obligated to have to buy you something because you bought me something. I know that's fucked up. I got out of the ways, but that was used to be my philosophy behind giving.
Interesting.
I was selfish. I'm a selfish motherfucker. I'm getting out of that space big time. I'm extremely selfish. So giving is kind of a new concept for me within the past 10 years. We didn't, yeah.
I mean, 10 years? That's...
Yeah, because I didn't do it much as a child. Didn't do it in my young adult.
I don't mind sharing out my gift. I mean, I grew up with a lot of siblings.
Probably 8 years.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're an only child, too.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that.
But then, again, like, I was asking, like, are you giving them, and then how willing are you to give to someone who's asking for something versus someone who needs it but doesn't ask for it?
How do I know you need it if you don't ask for it?
Because sometimes, people be in a tight situation and they'll tell you your scenario and what they got going on, and they won't necessarily say to you, will you assist me with it, because they don't want to ask you for it, because a lot of people have ego and pride.
It depends. So, okay, at my job, there was this girl who lived by me, right? And she wanted to ask for a ride home, and I gave her a ride home. But in the future, I didn't give her a ride home, even though I heard her needing a ride home, because I didn't like her energy, and I didn't want her in my car. I didn't. I ain't felt like her energy was really turning me off. It was real negative, and I just didn't want to be around it. So if it was a person who I was okay with being around, I wouldn't mind giving you a ride home, because we're going in the same direction. I really don't mind. But I just didn't like her energy, so that affected
your ability to assist or want to give it.
Philanthropy. Yeah, it did.
Well, I can understand that. Yeah, because in that time, not only you using your gas and your personal time, but you're giving off a certain kind of energy. I mean, you're taking on somebody's energy too. But again, I'm saying, like, okay, so, like, in a relationship, are you inclined to give a person everything that they ask for? Now, some people just be wanting shit. Like, I felt like in the dating world, some women would just test me to see if I was going to give. If they asked for it, I was going to give it to them automatically.
You're not going to take advantage of me. The thing with me with giving, like, I'll give you what I give me. I don't give me a lot. I don't, like, seriously. I don't have a whole lot of... You ain't getting shit, bitch! But I say that to say I don't have a whole lot of luxuries for myself.
Bitch, you see my shoes? Bitch, your shoes ain't gonna be...
I mean... period. Like, I give you what I give me. I'm not about to have you walk around here off of my dollar fresher than me and better me. I give, like, but if, and I don't, so if I go out to eat, I don't mind paying, and if I go out to eat, I don't mind buying for you if I'm buying me something. That's a relationship with a friend. I don't mind having somebody stay with me. Like, I don't mind a lot of stuff. But I am, you'll probably take advantage of me before I even catch on to it. But I don't do extra shit. Like, I'm not going to go outside of my normal routine to give to you. Because I'm very routine. So, yeah. It would have to... Now, that would be love for me if I started to create a new habit of life based on you. Even if it was something as simple as... Usually, I just go home and do this. But now, because I'm in a relationship with so-and-so, I have to go and do this because of this person. Like, that would be that, yeah.
So I have a hypothetical question for you. And I'll present this to everybody and anybody who's listening.
No. I'm joking.
You have to give, out of 3 things, you have to give one in order to survive, to live.
Mm-hmm. Give away?
Mm-hmm. All the money. And so let's say you got $10 million in your account. All the money in your bank account. 3 years of your life. Or you have found a complete state of inner peace.
I give away my money.
Word.
Yeah, like...
That would be the first one?
Somebody else could pay for me. So you can always get paid for.
This motherfucker here, boy.
You can. You can always have your way paid in a lot of different ways. Yeah. Inner peace is very...
important to you.
What was the other thing? I need my life. I'm about to give away my years of my life. Yeah, so I get a little $2 million away.
So materialism is not at the top of your list at all? Mm-mm. Okay. So that brings us to the next part of this whole giving thing, to one of the other points that I wanted to cross. The whole idea of Thanksgiving and Christmas, and giving, and sharing and taking. I'm not going to get into the origins of Christmas and Thanksgiving because I'm not trying to get that.
Yeah, that's a whole
another episode.
That's another podcast.
And I'm not trying to get all historical and politically correct and everything. Mm-hmm. Not trying to take it there. But in today's society, those holidays seem to influence us a lot more when it comes to having a nature of being kind and sharing and giving and offering. For instance, we were discussing earlier, you asked me if I was going to work on Christmas. Yes, because Christmas in the airport, when it comes to waiting tables, people are extremely fucking generous on Christmas. So I hate to sound like an opportunist, but that's a phenomenal opportunity for me to make a lot of fucking money in the industry that I'm in. So yes, I'm going to work it because I know during this time of year, people are way more inclined and wait in a much more generous space than any other time of the year. Why is it that, in your opinion, why is it that we put more emphasis on just, like they even say, it's that, there's a song, it's that time of the year. It's almost like you, like, come New Year's, that shit is cut off. It's back to everything normal. So in your opinion, why do you think we put more emphasis on giving and sharing around this time of the year? You know, you think it's really subliminal, or the holidays, or?
I think that it's the season to like give and receive based off of just gifts. And I think Thanksgiving has been turned into this whole "what are you thankful for" type situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just kind of the season to give, because based off of, and I don't want to get too historical either, but just based off of what they have turned Christmas into.
A Hallmark holiday?
It's a Hallmark holiday, but it's also a very capitalistic holiday.
Yeah.
So I think people are just kind of in the mood to spend money, period. And to give a little bit more of themselves, period. It's also one of the most popular days that people like give to the homeless and go and feed the homeless. Word. And donate toy drives and turkey drives and coat drive. We got a coat drive at one of my jobs. So I think it's the spirit for that. And then it's cold. A lot of times when it's cold, people like to think about the people who can't get warm.
Right, because we don't think about motherfuckers who be hot as shit. It's 110 degrees outside.
Exactly.
In the summertime, we be like, that nigga go find a tree. That's very true. Yeah. We do not take homeless and other situations in consideration when it's hot as fuck outside in the wintertime. I mean, in the summertime.
Right.
But wintertime, you do think about a lot of people at a disadvantage.
Right. I mean, because you could freeze to death.
True.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you have a heat stroke.
Yeah.
Hydration.
Would you freeze to death first, or would you have a heat stroke first? I don't know.
It depends on how cold it is with the freeze to death.
Right.
And it still has to be a couple of, I would say, like maybe at least a couple of hours before you freeze. I don't know. It's just therapeutic.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know, but don't quote me on that.
Not my area of expertise. But you know.
Freezing to death or just death?
Period.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just, for whatever reason, it's just kind of that time of year.
Yeah, I felt very inclined, especially around Thanksgiving. I came across somebody who was, I'm not going to lie, my intent wasn't for the best in the beginning. I had my own little selfish intent. But as I got to know the individual, I found out that they weren't in the best situation. I just felt inclined to assist and, do as much as I could. I can't give a whole lot because I ain't got a whole lot to give. But, I tried to give my time and my ear. You dig? Mm-hmm. So what do you, man. So here's the dilemma I encountered that I felt strange about. Now I'm in a space where I'm giving and I'm assisting this person, but this person doesn't really seem like they're grateful for what I did.
They're not appreciative.
But they don't really want any more help, or at this point, like they're leery. So now I have to be aware of, like, when I do feel like I want to help somebody, like being more receptive to, do they even want my fucking, or if they want me around? And then how do I cut myself off when this person needs help, but they keep, they either dodging you after a while, they don't want to reject it, but eventually it's like, nah, I don't want no more. Because I know a lot of people feel like when you helping them or you doing stuff, they feel like you were trying to reciprocate. Or no, they expect you to reciprocate it, or you want something in return.
Right.
Go ahead.
I always try to give without, I guess, with an open heart, without wanting anything in return.
Right.
That's my thing.
That's something.
Especially directly. Like, if you give it, you should be giving it without even expecting it back. Usually, you should be okay.
Man, that was a concept I had to learn, this motherfucker. Yeah. If I gave you money, I was expecting that shit back. I don't care how much it was.
Wait a minute now. If I let you borrow some money, I want my money back. However, it shouldn't be to the point where I'm like, it's affecting my day-to-day life.
No, man. If I give you some money, man, I've learned if I give you some money, I shouldn't. You needed it.
Right.
For a reason, because you didn't have it.
It depends. It depends, like, am I just letting you borrow $5 to, like, go to the store? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? This giving thing, it can get technical.
Okay.
Or did I just give you $1,000 to pay your rent?
So, you gave a person $1,000 to pay their rent.
Obviously, I got it to give. If I'm dropping G's.
Do you expect that back?
In this day and age, I would like my $1,000. $1,000 is a lot of money. Like, for me right now, I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying?
But the person didn't really have $1,000. Let's be real, they ain't about to come up on.
But I feel like if anyone asks me for $1,000, they're going to pay me back $1,000.
But what? Okay.
I mean, because they know who I am and they know what I do and they know my situation. If you're asking me for $1,000, you're going to pay me back $1,000.
But
if I ask anybody for $1,000, I'm going to pay you back $1,000. Like, I'm not rich, and that's well known, you know. Versus like $10.
But the person you fucking with is not rich. Or they not in a position.
Well, what's fucking with? Is fucking with a friend or fucking with like
a friend?
If you're asking for $1,000, you're gonna pay me $1,000 back. Like, no, none of my friends are gonna come to me and ask me for $1,000.
Okay, let's say you had it to give, and it's not gonna break you.
Then I'll give it. Yeah, I don't mind giving if I got it to give.
But since you don't have it to give it right now, you need it.
I need my $1,000. Yes, absolutely. And I think that's understood, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm a penny pincher, but I'm not going to
sit up here and act like... But bitch, I need my money.
You know, what I have is what I have. I'm not an infinite... I'm not ATM.
No, I know. I got what you said.
You got to have a limit somewhere.
I need my money back.
No one has asked me for $1,000. You know?
Oh, man.
Yeah, no one has asked me for any large amount of money yet.
Thank you, Deshaun. You're true.
But yeah. But what about receiving? How are you with being allowing and accepting? That's one of my affirmations. You have to be more allowing and accepting.
I have a hard time. I'm becoming more open to that idea. Because again, I used to feel like if you're giving me something, I used to have this idea that you had expectations of something, or you was trying to get. I'm moved past that. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's just help. I mean, it's just certain people's nature to want to assist, and that's what they do. It's the love language. That's what their language is. They just assist. They help. They want to give. They like when people assist them to help them. So just because it's not my thing doesn't mean I have to distrust or create some kind of negative, aura around that whole idea. So it's cool. And plus, on top of it, I just been in the bind a couple of times, within this point in my adult life where it's like I had to humble myself and ask for help, and I needed it. So if somebody's willing to help me out, whether I need it or not, I have to be open-minded to taking that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people who need it and they won't even ask for help. They're just struggling. I'm like, I ain't about to do that shit. Fuck no. Because they not humble, because they can't humble themselves.
That's
into
ego.
Their ego, right. So,
Yeah, I fucks with that. I'm at the point where it's like somebody give me something, I'll be like, oh, really? And if they say, yeah, I just take it. Now, I used to be at the point where I was like, it's like you wouldn't let them give it to you. But now, because one of my main affirmations is to be allowing and accepting. So, bitch, if you giving it to me, I'm taking it. I mean, you gave it to me, so why shouldn't I take it? I don't understand that now. Now I look back at old Deshaun and I be like, why you ain't took that money? Like, one of my friends said to me, he was like, you gonna learn to be more, to stop saying no when people offer you stuff. Like, you gonna learn to start saying yes more often.
Take that help, man.
Yeah.
Take that help. Like, we all need help. I think that's something, like...
and not just money, a lot of different things.
Yeah. It frustrates me when I see somebody in help and I go to help and they're like, no, I got it, and I'm watching you struggle. But then when you need help and nobody's around to help you or nobody wants to give it to you, you agitated, you mad. But you weren't able to take assistance when somebody gave it to you without asking, and all of a sudden because it's not there. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, I'm opening my mind to that whole perspective.
And I also feel like asking for help and receiving help is a sign of maturity. I think, some of the best, most successful people in the world, everybody had help.
Yeah.
Everybody you can ever think of had help. You have to learn how to humble yourself and be willing to take that help that will help you become a better person, that will help you get to the next level of your life. And, it's like help is, in a lot of different forms, very important, I feel. And you have to be willing to take that help and receive it. And not even be bitter about it and, ponder about it and be mad at it. Like, take it, receive it, keep it moving. Or you can dwell on it.
Well said. That was a phenomenal speech.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's easy.
You brought that shit out the fucking early 2000s, right? But yeah, man, I'm glad we got to discuss this. I'm glad we did this episode. This just came to me over the past few weeks. And I really want to look at the human psychosis. The psychosis behind giving and human beings' need to belong. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you doing this to fit in? Are you doing this to get other people to accept you, to appreciate you? You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do this episode to get preachy to tell people you should give or you need to give or you have to give. I just want you, and what you have to give, whether it be time, something materialistic, or your own personal energy. I just want you to be more aware of how you put it out there. And
what if you don't want what somebody got to give? Bitch, I don't want that.
You know what? We need to learn how to become more constructively honest to be able to express our discontent in something that someone is willing to give.
You can't cook, and I don't want that goddamn casserole.
See, that's not constructive.
No.
That's just extremely blunt.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yes, that's constructive. No thanks, but no thanks. I'm not interested, or it's not, or really it didn't taste. If it don't taste, you can try it and be like, nah, I'm not.
Okay.
I really like the way it tastes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling it.
Interesting.
It's an acquired taste. There you go. Ooh, that's an acquired taste, and I'm not really in the space to acquire that taste in my palate. Ooh, constructive. But no, again, just the idea of giving, who you give to, why, whether it be friends, family, some random person on the street, somebody who looks like they need it, somebody who doesn't look like they need it, but they're asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Whether they look like they're an addict and you think they're going to spend it, like, why? Why are you doing this?
It's your job to judge.
Right. Why are you selecting? Do you have a criteria as far as who you will and won't assist?
Right. Who has time to figure out what they're going to do?
Yeah, man. I just wanted to plant that seed and make people think about that. You did? Well, we can wrap it up. It's your boy, Awesome Nia.
And it's Deshaun.
Check us out on Instagram. Follow us. Share. Like. Comment. Let us know. Subscribe. Let us know what you do like, what you don't like, what you think we can improve on. I appreciate any insight. We're on YouTube. Follow us on and subscribe on Spotify. What else?
iTunes.
Yep. Google Play, Anchor, Breaker. We got to get on SoundCloud. SoundCloud coming soon again. And YouTube, man. Follow us on YouTube. Share. We appreciate the support and love. It's your boy, Awesome Neil. We out. Follow me on IG, Awesome Neil 17, Deshaun Deron 17. Check out my man's other two. Deshaun Deron. My bad, I'm in the zone. And check out my man's other podcast.
The Will and Deshaun Show and Mother's House Podcast.
Yes, sir, because I always want to call that shit Mama's Kitchen. Yeah. Mama's Kitchen.
That's disrespectful.
Grandma's Kitchen. I'm sorry. Sometimes I am a little disrespectful. I apologize.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.